is up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C podcast. Shout out to my YouTube and podcast fam, virtual hugs and love, bam bam, and positive vibes and all that good stuff, blessings, and just, positive stuff just going away, Also, shout out hugs and loves and virtual hugs and loves to my YouTube and podcast fam, bam bam, that will happen in the future. Now, this is another episode of our Kings and Queens Next Door. I think this is volume 101. I'll get the title right. It is 9:40. Well, my bad. It just turned 9:50 p.m. on May the 12th, 2020. So we're just gonna say terrific Tuesday. And sorry, y'all, I'm doing this a little bit later, but it's one of those days we get a later upload. But what I was promising because of certain things. If y'all remembered, and they probably most likely have, like a replay on YouTube. I mean, there are some clips on Instagram, about the first Versus music showcase between Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. And I was originally going to do this originally Sunday, but then unfortunately, because the passing was a 3-for-3 sad weekend to a certain point. I mean, not including, of course, Mother's Day, but, Betty White passed, Little Richard passed, Andre Harrell passed, just back and back. And it's not cool, like I said, including, like I said, when I listed, like, Jerry, even though, like I said, 92 years, that was a long, beautiful, Jerry Steiner, which is Bill Steiner's, dad, and Annie, I forgot what her last name is, Annie, so, Ben Steiner's, mom, whose name's Annie. But I mean, he passed away. I say Roy, I never get his last name. I was thinking Roy used to be with those, Tigers and everything else. They used to do that, and until it became a freak accident. But then Roy passed away due to Miss Cray Rona. So it's just been, so I kind of like switched up one of the things I was going to do. And by the way, before I get into this, if y'all were listening about the romantic, 80 novels, and I was talking about it, it should be a description. Just look in the description, because it has probably links. Hopefully they're hyperlinks, y'all, because I just be looking through YouTube Studio. If y'all, a YouTube creator, y'all know what I'm talking about as far as the app. So I don't look at the hyperlinks. I haven't did that in a long time, even though I just can on my videos. So, and before I go into that, but by the way, Love Bellin, I wanted to tell y'all this, like I said, majority of the books of Christina, the First Lady I was talking about, author, most of her books are all, like I said, you can rent Kindle Unlimited, it's first month, as long as you got that plastic cover, this month is free, and then, make sure you cancel it, possible before it expires, because, it's $10 per month, but it is a good deal as far as giving a lot of choices. Even if not, if it's it's a series of books, y'all, but it's only one book you have to pay for, but it still gives you time to quote be able to have access to rent books that you wouldn't have access to the library, or wouldn't get let somebody let you borrow it or something like that, or you actually purchase them yourself. So it's still good overall. But the second author, when I talked about, because the first three authors, I'll go back to that, hopefully by the end of this week. Love Bellin, who also they said is a good writer, the lady that was, that wrote the blog article, depending on who y'all say, blogs, articles might be two different things. But what I wanted to say is that Love Bellin does have also, that author does also have, some books that are part of, you can rent for Kindle Unlimited, but some of them may be unlimited, but not all of them. Majority of them is, meaning that even the couple series that Love Bellin has created, and maybe, say, one book may be Kindle Unlimited, but the second one, you can get a preview at the most, but you're going to pay for it. I don't know, say, if they were auto drive, but I do know some of the books are Kindle Unlimited, but not all. So, like I said, the same thing. If you want to maybe try to see if your library, of course, do auto drive. I don't even know if libraries are even open at all. But, try a line to see requests, or if your library has it, if you have a card, or see with a hoopla, or if not, like I said, there's, other ways, or if you want to say forget it, like this phenomenal offer, tremendous offer, let's try, go ahead and just purchase the novel. So yeah, or it'd be like 2 out of 3 be Kindle Unlimited. But I'm just letting y'all know. Also, before I go into, I want to talk about one phenomenal woman person that originally I had met, which I've talked about, but I mean that's been a long time ago. Where I discussed it about Jayla, the self-esteem queen, which originally I kind of quote through the internet met, or was introduced to this person through the fact that she also did reviews on Preachers of LA, and that's how we can, it was, at that time being, that's how I met her. I even had a phenomenal conversation one time. She told me to call her story, and like I said, she is a very phenomenal person, what she does. She also runs a nonprofit as well, but I wanted to, she's a poet, she's my mother, she is a, inspirational person of helping other people. And, she is a sex trafficking survivor, and she has accomplished so much as a person. And I wanted to, like I said, also have a link, which our link of our website, Self-Esteem Queen. And I want to be able, she's even been on talk shows, so, and so forth, as far as giving them motivations. And I wanted to also link to her site. Like I said, these links that I'll have now, 9 times out of 10, I'm keeping them in the descriptions. So just in case you wanted to also look at her link, which is Jayla, the Self-Esteem Queen, as she says on the front page, I teach people how to be better human beings. She's a speaker, trainer, consultant, youth mentor, victim activate, certified black coach, Reiki master, energy healer. Now, I hope I'm saying Reiki right, but I don't know. I know about a little bit about meditations, and use stones stuff and the chakras, but I don't know like Reiki that much. So, but you can also go to her site, which they have links where you can contact her through such thing as Instagram, YouTube. She hasn't been on YouTube in like a while personally on her webpage. But like I said, she did an interview with Melissa Ford and Blue. I think her name is Blue. A couple months ago, I think it was beginning of the end of last year, which their podcast is called "I'm Here for the Food," which was talking about, this was like a sex trafficking awareness week or something like that. So she has a nonprofit, of course, press these candles for healing, and so forth. But also that reports a nonprofit to help people. But like I said, it's a site that is Jayla, but also it should be able to connect the nonprofit as far as candles. So I definitely plan on putting that in terms of letting it be known that her personal missions. I teach people how to be better human beings by seeking, saying, living in truth. My promise to clients. I hold a steady have 4 values that are supported by my actions. Find who I am. Confidential engagement, authentic empathy, servant leadership, respect for the individual. And it gives her backstory. So as far as should be, like I said, be able to have a link to her Meet Jayla Speaks to Consulting and Services. I wanted to have a link to her nonprofit. Okay, but she offers like several services. Okay, house business. Okay, pricing, Reiki sessions, bottles for channeling energy from Reiki Master Decline to Golden Hands, bottles of natural ability heal so through balancing energies. Reiki's holistic hands-on healing that will transcend your body, mind, and spirit. She has different pricings of that healing sessions. Also, car coach, life mentor. What did I say? Mentor? I meant to say mentoring. Apply for a coaching, mentoring, assessment. Okay, like I said, I'm trying to see, was there anything that she had that talks? Yeah, the SCQ Hope Foundation, Self-Care Advisor Advocate. Okay, let's make sure. I'm trying to see if that will also show the projects of certain things. Now, she has more than just one project. Okay, it's okay to Kirk over the foundation site. Did so human beings. Okay, I am proud to say my first has done emotional intelligence that indicate hunger within homeless communities, California Hill, American and Indian communities from depression and suicide, and boost the self-esteem of teens in the LGBTQ teen community. And there's a link. There's also Feeding Friends. It's much a small group of people join me in feeding over my friends without homes in Los Angeles surrounding areas. with fresh ingredients and put love in each meal. We serve hundreds a month. There's also feeding families. You are the answer. And here's like since 2010, I'm gay now. What healing LGBTQ teens worldwide is SEQ Hope Foundation project. Like I said, I think hopefully I can put down next time to add in also her candles as well. But they offer all these services as far as, so like I said, you can also contact her or receive any of the services that I have mentioned and the things that I have not been able to mention so far. So I'm definitely going to make sure I put that link, and you can just find it, like I said, in the description box, where you can get in contact with Jayla and take it from there. And the other links that I have, including, like I said, when I was talking about Shirley, as far as Beauty to the Street, and so forth. And also China Renee, her services, like not just with face masks, but beauty and other like fitness attire and fitness, I think, would it be called fitness belts and so forth? Yeah, so anyways, let's see here. Sorry, y'all. I know that y'all like, did she just stop talking? I'm just going back to, because I got all these darn tabs. Now, interesting enough, when I just wanted to do a quick bibliography on these two women of Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. Erykah Badu, both Jill Scott, have, as far as I'm concerned, like, Jill Scott, was also known as poets as well. Erykah Badu may not have, like, what I know have done poetry, but she has, like, poetry as far as, like, in her music-wise. They're both amount of singers in their own right. They're, singers, songwriters, so forth. I think Badu also has produced music. They have art forms. It's just also they have done a little acting. I know if y'all remember that it was a sad, but it was a good movie, Cider House Rules. She played in that. She had like a guest spot also, and Blues Brothers 2000 with Erykah Badu. I'm trying to see what else. I know Erykah Badu has been in other things, I think, or produced it or documented. I know, or directed videos or something. I know that she has played in that as well. Also, with Jill Scott, she's also been, she gets from Girlfriends, Special Victim Units, because they got about 20 during seasons of Law and Suspicious, but I know she was in one episode. Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2? I seen bits and pieces, of course, enough from getting in the first one. I didn't see the second one. They could have left it at the first one, to be honest with y'all, but, consider how I knew the second one had turned out. I'm like, I don't want to see this. I'm good. So anyway, that's what I think on top of my hips. But when I looked for the information, y'all, actually with Jill Scott, now Jill Scott, how I told you about, I love biography.com as far as the quick biography. Erykah Badu is on biography.com. Jill Scott is on there yet. And I mean, I could have went to Wikipedia, but it would have been a bit longer. And already, y'all, I've been rambling probably about, it's been 13-something minutes. I'm looking at the timer now. So I found a Newsweek.com article, and it's just set different. So, it's called Culture 6 Fast Facts About Jill Scott Ahead of the Grammy Award Winners 20th Anniversary Tour by Jeannie Marie Rushout on December 3rd, 2019 at 6 o'clock, 25 p.m. Eastern Time, Standard Time. So, that's what I'm just going to do, and then I'm just going to read the biography of Erykah Badu, and just, finish from there. I think that'll be it after I finish these two articles. Award-winning singer and songwriter Jill Scott has announced the cities and dates of her upcoming tour, Who is Jill Scott? North American tour spanning February and March of 2020 is named Scott's debut album, will be a celebration of 20 years in the music business since the release in 2000. Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds Volume 1 peaked at number 17 on the Billboard 200 chart, bringing her unique brand of R&B and spoken word to a mainstream audience, according to her artist page on the Grammys website. The debut launched her singles Getting in the Way, She Loves Me, Eliza Lily Flat, and A Long Walk, which landed in the top 50 in the Billboard 100 that year. Throughout her 2 decades in the music industry, Scott went on to release other successful music collections such as the 2004 album Beauty, Human Words and Sounds Volume 2, the 2007 album Real Thing, Words and Sounds Volume 3, the 2007 The Light of the Sun, and 2015 album Woman. I'm going to be true to the album's set list. I'll do a so in order of the album. My audience should bring their CD covers. Some may know the list by heart. The Golden Singer said in an interview on Billboard on Monday, I will create musical arrangements for the songs proposed with new energy, but keep the integrity of the original songs they love. Expect theater, expect credible musicianship, expect love, she continued. Read our 6 fast facts about Jill Scott. She was born and raised in Philadelphia. Jill Scott was born on April the 4th, 1972 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In 2000, Scott told Washington Post that she and her mother had fled from her abusive stepfather when she was just 5 years old, moving with her grandmother in a rough part of town. Scott stayed in the city brother loved through college, graduating from Temple University with a degree in secondary education. Which I told y'all before, actually, not only skill job was a poet, she used to be a teacher as well. She started as a spoken word artist. It had been widely reported that Jilly from Philly began her career as a spoken word poet, which led her to the discovery by Philadelphia's natives The Roots and DJ Jazzy Jeff, who produced her first album. She's a convincing fibber. In 2000 interview for Hello Beautiful's Interludes Live series, Scott said a little lie led to her big break. Scott revealed that the Roots band leader Questless once asked if she wrote her songs, and to which she replied, yeah. Though in reality, I never written a song in my life, she recalled. Scott went on to earn a scope writing credit on the group's Grammy-winning song "You Got Me," a track which catapulted her career. I'll be mispronouncing her career when the group performed it with the established neo-soul artist Erykah Badu, who Scott could have been much longer. Though she was still new into songwriting, Scott drew from her life experience to write and record 50 songs for her debut album, Who Is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds Volume 1, according to a bibliography on IMDb. The side note that she had difficulty paring down the track list to 19 songs that appeared in the completed collection. She has 3 Grammys. While Who Is Jill Scott garnered major accolades for the singer, including 3 Grammy nominations, her first victory came in 2003 for the track Cross My Mind in the Best Urban Alternative Performance category. Her second win in the Best Original R&B Vocal Performance in 2016 for God Bless the Child, while her third came from the following year of her Daydreaming. Before she won, she appeared as a performer during the biggest night of the year at the 23rd Grammy Awards in 2001. She also had a successful career in acting. Like I said before, I was surprised, but did y'all watch the Grammys when it came out when she was a new artist and the other woman that won, she was even surprised she won a new artist, but I thought Jill Scott was going to win for the Grammy when it was her first year when the first album came out. But she didn't, but hey, she's still a legend. But like I said, when I've seen the clips of them performing and playing their songs and being there, it was so much soulful sister support, it was just dope. Okay, what I did see. So, okay, let's go to Erykah Badu. Okay. Erykah Badu, singer, born 1971, updated July the 30th, 2019. It was originally posted on bibliography.com on January 25th, 2018. Erykah Badu is known for her soulful music style, showcasing on albums such as the Grammy Award-winning Badu's and their follow-up Live. Who is Erykah Badu? Born in 1971 Dallas, Texas, Erykah Badu was exposed to the arts early on and eventually began to perform in shows at the local Dallas Theater Center. In 1996, Badu's demo caught the attention of music producer Kendar Massenberg, who signed her and paired her with the Angela Closure song the chorus on Your Precious Love. Kendar Entertainment later merged with Universal Motown. Today, Badu is best known for her soulful music style, which is showcased on albums such as the Grammy Award-winning Badu's in 1997 Live. Early life in music. Erykah Badu was born Erykah L.B. Wright on February 26, 1971 in Dallas, Texas. She would later choose the moniker Erykah Badu. Kav is an Egyptian term for one's inner self, and Badu her favorite jazz riff scat sound. Raised by her actress mother, Colleen Maria Gibson, Badu was exposed to the arts early on. She danced and sang for her mother from a very young age, and eventually began to perform in shows at the local Dallas local theater. When it came time for Badu to attend high school, she chose Booker T. Washington High School for the performing visual arts. She flourished at the Arts Magnet School, focusing on singing and dance. Badu was also active in the Dallas music community during this time and even began freestyling on a local Dallas radio station under the name DJ Apples. Following her graduation from high school, Badu attended Grambling State University, a historic black institution in Grambling, Louisiana. She majored in theater and minored in quantum physics. Physics? Oh, okay. In 1993, Badu left Grambling to pursue her career in music. She moved back to Dallas, where she worked as a drama teacher and a waitress while she recorded a demo. I don't think that they mentioned Erykah Badu was also used to teach as well. But also, too, y'all, like, Erykah Badu is actually look like she could dance, like she's a professional dancer as well. So I've seen a couple of photos that she danced and she just doesn't show it all the time. The only time when I see her Badu, even though she was like in as far as where my seats were, as my mom had went with me to the concert early 2000s, which I mentioned before. It was one time I think that she was singing between Orange Moon and she just glided on the floor where it's like, on a hill and she was dancing a little bit, but she, like I said, she's also a great dancer. I've seen some of her, she gave a little preview, of that also as well. And also, she also wanted her to change her last name. She said because the right name was like she didn't want it no longer to have a connection with the right name, right name because it was like connection of that was her slave name. So, okay. In 1996, Badu's demo caught the attention of music producer Kenner Massenberg, who saw. Okay, I thought I just did this. Oh, okay. Repeating again. Oh, okay. Caught the attention of the music producer Kenner Massenberg, who signed her pair with Angelo to record the song "Your Precious Love." Key to her attainment. Then a smart startup label then later merged with Universal Motown. Musical success. Badu's debut album Baduism exploded into the music scene in 1997 with the soulful hits such as On and On, Next Night Time and Apple Tree. The album marked a shift in the music of its time and began what was labeled as a neo-soul movement. Baduism received critical acclaim and won Badu 2 Grammy Awards for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance and Best R&B Album. Badu released her second LP live later that year. During the recording, Badu was pregnant with her first child, Seven Cyrus, whose father is legendary Outkast artist Andre 3000. The album went double platinum, and Badu's unmatchable talents firmly established with the song's breakout song Tyrone. I'm sorry, I had to say it, which was completely improvised on stage. In 1999, Badu collaborated with the distinguished hip-hop group The Roots to create the song You Got Me. Badu struck a Grammy Gold yet again with the song, taking home the trophy of Best Rap Performance by a duo or group. That same year, she made her big screen debut, portraying the heartbreaking torture character Ruby Rose in the Cider House Rules. Badu's third album, Mama's Gun, was released in 2000. She also contributed to the soundtrack to the Spike Lee film Bamboozle. She toured throughout the next few years on her Frustrated Artist Tour, and in 2003 she released Worldwide Underground, a somewhat instrumental album that features some of hip-hop's finest. The song Love of My Life Worldwide features Angie Stone, Queen Latifah, Bomb Medina, and once again won Badu a Grammy, this time for Best R&B Song, Philanthropy and Third Accomplishments. In 2003, Badu gave back to the community in which he had grown up by transporting and developed Black Forest Theater in downtown Dallas into a space for charity events and theater. It would also serve as the office for a nonprofit BLIS I in the Beautiful Love Incorporated nonprofit development, which she founded in 1907 as a means to bring culture and arts to inner city areas to cultivate change. In 2004, Badu gave birth to her second child daughter, Puma Stabby. The same year, she participated in the film Dave Chappelle's Block Party, performing several songs with fellow R&B superstars. The following year, Badu launched her own music label, Control Freaky Records. The label primary mission is to allow artists creative freedom. The first artist was Jay Electronica, with whom Badu would eventually become romantically involved. Badu released her fourth studio album, New America Part 1, Fourth World War, in 2008. Also named album one of the year's best. In 2009, Badu and Jay Electronica announced the birth of their daughter, Mars Makbiga. Badu's fifth studio album, New America Part 2, Return of the Ankh, emerged in 2010 with a softer tone than its predecessor. As the reigning queen of Neo Soul, Badu continues to create music, art, spirituality everywhere she goes. Controversial comments. Known for speaking her mind, Badu's caused an uproar with her comments that appeared in the January 2018 in Vulture. After refusing to judge comedian Bill Cosby on an accusation of sexual assault against him, she said, "I see good in everybody. I saw something good in Hitler." As to elaborate, she pointed out that Hitler was a painter, adding, "He had a terrible childhood. That means that when I'm looking at my daughter Mars, I could imagine her being in someone else's home and being treated poorly, and what that could spawn. I see things like that." Badu again waded controversy in the following year with her views towards Mr. Kelly Piper, who was facing allegations of abuse. Violent. We're just going to lose that. During the January concert in Chicago, Badu drew boos as she said she was putting up a prayer for right now for art. She followed with a tweet that said, "I love you unconditionally. That does not mean I support your for choices. I want healing for you and anyone who you have hurt as a result of you being hurt. Is that strange to you? That's all I ever said. Anything else has been fabricated, taken out of content." Wow, that's the way it ended with that. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that one, but also I wanted to say to mention just real quick because Jill Scott has a Jill Scott is also a mom as well. She has one child. But I just wanted to say real quick. Okay, Scott, a long-term boyfriend. I'm just going back to Wikipedia real quick because they didn't mention this in the article. Scott and long-term boyfriend Lizelle Williams, a graphic artist and DJ, married in 2001 in a private Hawaiian ceremony during vacation. The couple dated for 7 years before their weddings. Scott wrote and recorded the song "He Loves Me," Lizelle, in E-flat about Williams. After 6 years of marriage, Scott and Williams divorced in 2007. Y'all, that's a classic song itself, that "He Loves Me" song. Scott resides in Mount Laurel Township, New Jersey, and in California. As of December 2014, she has been living in Tennessee. And on June 20, 2008, at a concert in New York's Carnegie Hall, Scott shared a long stage kiss with her drummer, Lil John Roberts. The couple then told the audience that they were engaged. Their son, Jet Hamilton Roberts, was born on April 20th, 2009. On June 23rd, 2009, Scott announced that she and Roberts have broken up, with Scott breaking the news to S magazines. Despite the breakup, Scott hopes for both parents to have an active part in their child's upbringing, stating that "We definitely love our son. We are co-parenting and working on being friends. It is what it is. I have a lot of support, so I want nothing. I want for nothing as far as that's concerned." That referenced the breakup as some of her latest music inspiration. On June 25th, 2016, Scott married another long-term boyfriend, Mike Dubson, in a private ceremony. In 2017, after 15 months of marriage, she filed for divorce from Dubson. Okay. This is just one thing to talk about. Okay, Scott established the Blue Spade Foundation, a program founded to help young minority students pay for university expenses. The foundation offers financial assistance to students between the ages 16 and 21 and targets students residing in Philadelphia, Cam, and in the greater Delaware Valley. Scott donated $100,000 to start the foundation. The foundation was named after Scott's grandmother, known as Blue Babe. Okay. So, what else is she farming? Okay, I'm just seeing what else. But yeah, Blackish is Yaya Hair Day. Black Lightning leaving Eve a recording role. She's still there. Okay, she was being married. Yeah, like I said, she's been in some things. Okay, and when I was talking about Law and Order, she played Jennifer the episode Disabled, season 11, episode 17. Okay, the last movie they have her listed as is Love Beats Rhymes, Professor Dixon. 2007, also the movie Flip as Nara Sheriff television film. With This Ring is Venom television film 2015, and so forth. So, like I said, okay, in Citizen Number, I actually got like that. That's based on a book. I forgot what it's called as Nola, but it was like a Lifetime version movie, but that was based on a book as well too, which I forgot. So, anyways, y'all, that is it for now. Like I said, I wish I would have seen that versus whatever, but anyways, like I said, those women are still two living legends, and like I said, phenomenal albums, and like I said, listen to their new stuff, so if you can, support as well, and also if you want to buy Erykah's Instant, and I'll leave that alone about that. But like I said, Laws, let me get off of here. Hugs and loves. God bless. Positive vibes. But stay safe, y'all. And I will see y'all in the next one tomorrow. 9.9 chance that I'll be there tomorrow. But anyway, hugs and loves. God bless. Like I said, I'm out.